G'day and welcome to Dave's Model Workshop. Look, today I was going to give you a tutorial about how to build an air horn like this, how to scratch build it for yourself. But it turned into a bit of a bloody disaster, to be honest. I had some really clever ideas on how to make this look amazing, and it just didn't work. And it's a bit of a nightmare, probably my cruddiest video yet, but I'm sharing it with you because someone might find it useful, and if not, you get to see a little insight into the glamorous world of being Dave from Dave's Model Workshop and what it's like producing my videos sometimes. Anyway, I'll go back to my original introduction and enjoy, guys. Enjoy. G'day and welcome to Dave's Model Workshop. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own air horns, so this sort of thing for scale models. So I'm building mine for my scratch built science fiction space tug thing, but I can see this could also be great for like automotive modelling, so inside of an engine bay, or even for truck modelling, so you know, air horns on top of a truck's cabin, and it's easy as pie. All you need is some sprue. You know, just cut off some round sprue from whatever model kit you're building, some sanding sticks, and a pretty sharp knife, and preferably a motor tool like a Dremel, just because I think it's easy. You can just set it and you can go. If not, a cordless drill or even just a normal drill would be fine, but it's a bit hard because you have to sort of do the trigger action at the same time, whereas with this you can just set it up and off it goes. So let's get started. To put my piece of, basically I'm using this like a lathe. There's a big aircraft taking off overhead, sorry guys. Yeah, basically I'm planning to use this like a lathe. Now I don't have a lathe. If you have one, power to you. I'm just going to stop while that plane makes a lot of noise. We're back in action, the plane's gone. So, yeah, if you've got a lathe, power to you, I'm jealous, but I don't have one, and yeah, it's not worth buying one. So, I'm going to use this guy. To get my piece of sprue into the actual sort of thing at the end of it, what the hell is that called? The chuck. I had to actually whittle it down a little bit, so I just whittled it down a little tiny bit until it fitted. And I guess the trick here is that you want to get it so that it doesn't wobble around too much. So if I turn it on, you can see it's wobbling a little bit. Obviously, if it was dead straight like a lathe, it'd be great. I've got this set on 5,000 RPM, and basically my plan is just to try and carve that shape into it. Let's see how we go. I'm going to try and do this so you can actually see it quite well. It makes a bit of a mess, obviously. So, look, I'll try and get up nice and close so you can see that. It's not perfect, struggling here. Let's get some focus. Yeah, it's struggling a little bit to cut nicely, but you know, that's what the sanding sticks are for. Look, it's not focusing for me, but you can see. So, I'm going to keep on going. The noise is probably horrible for you, sorry. We're getting there. It's taking some time, but I'm going to keep going. Bollocks, okay, it's fallen out of the chuck. But yeah, you can see we're starting to grind down, and basically I'm after that sort of conical shape with a little bulb at the end of it. So I'm going to keep grinding It's probably not the most fascinating video for you guys to watch. And yeah, get back to you soon. I'm also going to bump up the speed a little bit, so I'm now on 1500 RPM. That's better. Yeah, it's giving me a better cut. Let's keep going. Okay, didn't really work. Bollocks. Alright, that didn't work. Here are my two fairly crap attempts. And you can see how very, very poorly that worked. Really, that looked like crap. So, option number 2 with the Dremel tool. Piece of sprue number 2. Oh, I should mention, the end is sanded quite flat. And there's another bloody airplane. God almighty. So my option this time is I'm going to try and grind into that nice conical shape. Let's try. How's this looking? Not too wow, huh? Bloody hell. Back to the drawing board. Shit. Alright, plan number 3. Whittle the bugger. And then I'm just going to have to sand them. Oh man. I really thought I was onto something there with the Dremel tool. I thought, it's going to work great. No. Pooh. Anyway, this is getting the shape I want. Look, it might not be perfect, but it will get there. And I may even cut it here and then glue on a sort of second piece if the gradient is too sort of shallow, if I don't get that nice kind of down, 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 up again. I don't know. Does that make any sense what I'm saying? Hope it does. It's not exactly looking like a horn. Oh look, it's getting there. It's starting to get there. I'm going to keep going. So much for my great idea. Righto, here it is after some whittling and a bit of sanding. It's getting there. It's not what I had in mind, but you know, it'll do me. Now to sort of hollow out the end. So my plan is, with just a fairly sharp knife, try and get it nice and centered. Is that even focused? Let's get some zoom. Yep. With a sharp knife, try and get it nice and centered in there. So I made a little sort of indentation. You could drill that with a pin vise, but I don't have one with me today. You can already see where that's going, so I'm going to keep going with that. It's a bit off centre though, bugger. Am I establishing my credibility here? I hope I am. It's all going so well today. So well. I'm sure there are aftermarket air horns you can buy, and I imagine after watching this some of you will be saying, yeah, I'm going to go the aftermarket effect. Yeah, that's getting there. There's another plane taking off. Bloody hell. Not my day today. This is not Dave's Model Workshop's most successful video ever. Cool. Look, I reckon that's enough to give an indication of depth. Once that's painted black, you'll get away with it. Trying to get a sort of sense of scale thickness for the edges as well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So, my plan now is to basically make the sort of the bulgy bit here and then trim it off. It's not the most beautiful air horn in the world, but, you know, it's cheap. Alright, try and use the Dremel again to some kind of good use. So you can see there I've actually got the Dremel up at such a high RPM that it's actually sort of melting the plastic away for me. It just saves me having to grind away at it myself a little bit there. Alright, I'm going to cut this, try and not cut through the tabletop. Actually, I'm going to not do that on the tabletop. Do it over here on my case. I don't mind if I put a ding in that. Righto. Now it's just a matter of sanding. Right, so we're back inside. Can't hear the airplanes taking off here. That's a win. So, this is it. Hollow out the end a little bit more. Yeah, look, it is what it is. The sanding is a little rustic. I don't think this is my most successful tutorial ever. But I'm going to mount this to my space tug thing that I've been working on. I'm going to pop it just here above the window, and I've got a piece of styrene and some little tiny pieces that I cut off a circular rod of styrene. They're going to be my bolts, and I've also got just a very small piece of lead foil from the top of a whiskey bottle. Yeah, the cork is always sealed in foil around the top. Here's the piece that you have to peel away to actually lift the cork out, and yeah, nice foil. Recommend the stuff, it's brilliant. So I'm going to put this together and then mount it to my machine. Here it is, mounted and built. Yeah, look, it's perhaps a little more rustic than I had expected, but I think it does the job of looking like a horn. So that's how it's going to sit when it's painted. Don't forget to wire it up, obviously, that little tiny wire there at the back, just to give it a bit more authenticity. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I can't believe what a comedy of errors it was on the first two attempts, but third attempt, just old school whittling and using a knife and sanding has gotten us there. I hope you found this helpful. I don't know if you have. But yeah, chime in below with any suggestions on how I could have done better. And I'll catch you next time on Dave's Model Workshop. Toot, toot, there's my horn.